couple who had their 55th anniversary, they're old couple, both above the age of 80 and Punjabi. So, they hadn't gone to Gurdwara for a long time. So I had a Punjabi staff who went with them, took them to 2 Gurdwaras, had langar with them. Then we, got them home. We got a massage done because we felt after a trip like that, at their age, they will be. And in the evening, we had a nice cake cutting ceremony and stuff like that, and with balloons. So, it didn't cost us anything. It was just that desire to make a difference on their special day. And that really means a lot. That's the spirit in which I want to run this company. Besides addressing their day-to-day problems, bringing life back to their lives.
According to Pearl Buck, our society must make it very easy and possible for old people not to fear the old age or be ignored by the young. So to keep the heart unwrinkled, kind and cheerful at the old age, we have a beautiful team on our show today. Hello and welcome to Rashi Foundation. Team senOcare is a Delhi-based elder care service at-home startup. Co-founders Punita Khatter and Sarthak Khanna are highly experienced empaths. आप दोनों का बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है. Punita ji, with over 30 years of extensive experience in corporate conference and events business, she started senOcare in 2020, senOcare Pehel India Foundation in August 2021. Sarthak Khanna, co-founder senOcare, a very pleasing personality, is an expert in developing skills and talents in client building. Hence, he is the backbone of senOcare. So we are very glad that you both have joined our show today. To start with, Punita ji, please tell us about brand Punita Khatter. What inspired you to begin with brand senOcare?
Firstly, I'm not a brand. I would want the people to know senOcare is the brand and my team is the brand. So talking about senOcare, this was something which we started on a voluntary basis during COVID. As you mentioned that, 30 years I've been into travel business. So during COVID, we were the first to go and are likely to be the last to revive fully, at least. So when COVID hit us, we decided to, do a voluntary work for the society because the plight of people was palpable, what you could see on the TV. And something that started as a voluntary work, I never realized would take it as a, would be a life-changing thing for us. The person who actually conceived the idea of senOcare is Sanjana, Kohli, my co-founder based out of Dubai. It was her idea, seeing our work. She said, Punita, you know what? You should take this as an ongoing project because, she moved around because of her husband's job globally. And we have other corporate clients who move around globally. And they are all under this, extreme stress where they're worried about their parents back home. Thus, senOcare was born to address every challenge that the elder was facing. While we did an in-depth study as to what are the problems of the elders, what the kids expect a care company to do for their parents. And we realized there are like huge variety of support that the elders need. But as we set our mind on it, we found beautiful solutions by engaging ex-army people, war widows, other reputed, organization to partner with us. And we not only decided, but ensured that we stand committed in providing all this support with 100% accountability. That's what sets us apart, I would say.
My personal experience of, the initial phase of setting up a senOcare as an organization, or while we were doing the volunteer work, it was a big eye-opener in many ways. We realized, along with many people, those who are living away from their parents, there is a big gap. There is a big, service which is missing for elders right now. So I think we are just trying to bridge a gap there, and it's a very it's a very heartwarming as a I know overwhelming as a service we are providing to the elders.
बहुत सी कम जॉइंट फैमिलीज अब हमारे बीच में होती हैं, लेकिन सेनोकेयर एक हमारी वो फैमिली है जो हमको जॉइंट फैमिली बिल्कुल मिस नहीं होने देती. They are extremely experienced and well equipped to look after your parents if you're abroad. What is senOcare Pehel India Foundation? And also adding to this, Sarthak will tell us the mission and the vision of this brilliant idea.
Besides the real-time support, we needed a huge need to create a national awareness, and concrete solutions to problem. Like, we do not get trained attendants. Any child who's underprivileged, he's taught how to take a blood pressure on an automated machine and is deployed as an attendant, which is very sad. To take care of an elder, a person should be given some insight into what is the kind of challenges they would be having and what should be their response to them, and certain other things. And in Indian settings, it cannot be just basic support service in terms of sponging and feeding or cleaning. You need to go a step ahead for the family, for the elders to feel the value of having an attendant on board. So that's where we are foraying into, because I couldn't really find any company doing that in a very dedicated manner. And a good caretaker makes a huge difference to the lives of elders.
Yeah. So coming to the mission and vision of the company, so what we are trying to do is create a skilled labor dedicated for healthcare, or elder care for that matter, because as Punita ma'am rightly mentioned, that there are a lot many attendants and nurses available in the market, but they are lacking the training bit of it, the technical bit of it. Taking care of parents is not a rocket science, but yes, when you hire a company who's professionally taking care of such services, you need to have that technical knack of handling small things which may give comfort to an elder or a patient on bed. So the mission is to empower the youth, by giving them the skill, there'll be, a better tomorrow for them as well.
Absolutely great work. And this is wonderful. Punita ji and Sarthak ji, what are the different services offered by senOcare to the elderly?
We did a very in-depth study, in the initial phase of setting up the senOcare as an organization. We tried to understand and think from a children's point of view as well as from the parents' point of view aspect as well, that where is the gap and what are the daily challenges these elders are facing. So we created 6 verticals in a broad manner, and which covers most of the day-to-day activities, challenges what elder may be facing. To name them, the first one is medical and healthcare. Obviously, plays an important role for a senior citizen or into an elder care, segment. The second is, forms and filing. So there are a lot of, services where you need to go to bank, or you want to, get your return to be filed, any Aadhaar card updation, passport renewal, whatever you may think of. And, there are still very traditional, processes followed in India. So, we are there as a support system to take care of them. The third one is memories and milestones. I think she'll be able to take up this in a better way. I'll move on to the next one is travel assistance. So a lot of, there are not many travel agencies, in and around the city, but there are very few, those who are focused in doing the travel arrangements for senior citizens. There are very, it's a very different market altogether. It's a very different set of services what they require when a senior citizen travels. The next one is our maintenance and security, home maintenance and security, which takes care of your basic needs like having an electrician or a plumber or a masseur in the house, whatever you may think of. So all that is covered in this segment. The last one is technology troubleshooting. That actually talks about giving them assistance in way to manage technology, making their payments, online payments, getting their utility bills, sorted, and so on.
So I'm going to talk about memories and milestones. Rashi, while all these verticals take care of the challenges of the elders in their day-to-day needs, I felt very strongly what we need to do for our elders besides their, supporting them in their lives is bring back some life and cheer to their life. It's sad that the concept of golden years barely resonates with our elders. Most of their life they're living to take care of their kids, their education, their marriage, and then they, try to save whatever and try to just, resign in their life. So, and being away from their kids also, creates all those moments which are, supposed to be celebrated, become a day of sadness to them. Memories and milestones, we, ensure whether it's Diwali, whether it's their birthday, whether it's their anniversary, we bring cheer in their life. Doing small things, it could be, decorating their house on Diwali, taking mithai and chatting and having fun with them, taking balloons and cakes on their birthdays. It doesn't need much. All they are seeking is love and some time to be, to have people talk to them, to hear about their stories and their journey. The kind of messages we get on, on the eve of their parents' special day is so humbling. It's so humbling because we actually become like the beta beti in taking care of them.
This is absolutely touching. जब कोविड आया सब कुछ बंद हो गया लेकिन टीम senOcare चलती रही and that is the best part about this team. This is wonderful. Punita ji, please tell us how senOcare is different from many such senior care services. What is the USP of senOcare?
Rashi, let me begin by saying that there are very good companies who are working in the space of elder care much before us and doing a lot of meaningful work. Having said that, I take a little pride in sharing that senOcare is not only just trying to provide wider spectrum of services because the kids and the families and the elders do not want to deal with too many people, but the USP is we hold ourselves accountable for those services. So if it is an electrician going to your house, or if it's a puja that we've organized for you, or it's a whitewash that we've, aligned for you, we will stand guarantee about its service, any problems that come. And that is a big, big responsibility we've taken upon ourselves. Because no point giving a service where you say, it's between you and the thing. Because then it's back to the same, that they can get the number from a neighbor or anything. What the kids or what the elders want is somebody who can just, get the work done and they don't need to have to worry about the vendors.
Also, to add to this, we are one-stop solution for elder care services as we are catering to a bigger spectrum of services. So for children who's away from their parents, they don't have to work with different service providers. So we are one-stop solution when it comes to their parent or taking care of their parents.
Who would do so much of work? This is totally amazing and hats off to you both. In today's time, technology is considered to be the tool to drive scalability. So how do you plan to scale senOcare? It being service-driven, firstly. Secondly, where do you say the end user is not, where the end user is not tech savvy? How would you manage all this thing together?
Rashi, that's a very, very good question you have asked. Let me tell you, I feel in the days to come, no business can be scalable if you do not embrace technology. And that was something which was very clear to us, all three founders. So in the third month of senOcare operations, we had automated the internal operations of the company. We realized that we have a unique business model where our end users are not tech savvy. In fact, technology is making their life difficult. So it was we realized that, we have to have a very different solution for this audience. And while they do not like technology, if we are providing such wide variety of service and we want to be accountable, the operations have to be automated. So there are two aspects. Phase one is automating the operations, which is already done, and it is going to be improvised with more features coming in. So every service is tracked, every request is recorded, every data, the medical documents, all is available online. If there's an emergency, you don't need to rush. So we have a very beautiful software in place. But when it comes to elders, it's a human interface, that because it is the whole idea is, the main idea is to help them and give them the social support, which a technology cannot do. But having said that, we are developing a little extension where certain reports will be periodically sent to the kids or the next of kin, who needs to be kept informed, so that they don't need to, contact us or worry. And, whether it's their parameters of the elders, their, sugar levels, or whatever health issues or other problems, good or bad, or, we just keep them informed on a fortnightly basis through a automated message, which is picked up from the input that is stored by their care managers.
Trust us, guys. They are fully equipped, but not commercial at all. What is the special message to all the brands out there from both of you separately?
Rashi, we already are receiving a lot of support, and of course, much more can be welcomed, because wherever we go to get empanelment done or synergies with partners, we get a very positive response from them.
So to add to this, coming to the commercial aspect of the entire service sector, this particular service sector, we are getting them a customer base which is not very comfortable or not right now using the technology to avail their services. So all the app-based startups, this particular segment, the senior citizens or the elder ones, are not very, out in the market using their services. So we are getting them an extra, a customer with our support system to their kitty.
Okay, this is the direct question from us now. With the COVID, I'm sure getting in staff, people working for you would have been a challenge. Now, let us talk about the challenges in providing the good service, because claiming and providing are two different things altogether. So we want to put this message across to the whole world that what senOcare is claiming, they are providing 100% more than they claims. Over to you both.
So Rashi, in that, with regards to the staff, we've been lucky that, when the COVID happened, I did not, we did not ask any of our staff to leave. They've been with us for years. They're like an extended family. And we were thinking that it's going to be a short-term ordeal, 4-5 months. But when things did not shape up and destiny was taking us on this path, I reached out to them and I asked them. And each of them were excited, overjoyed to be part of this project, to be associated with the same team management. And then they went through palliative care training, they went to paramedic training.
So we definitely have a very amazing team in place which takes care of the medical need. But for non-medical, those who actually move from one business to another, they are very compassionate about providing service to elders.
What are the awards and the achievements?
Rashi, while people have read a lot about us in different publication, our work is getting acknowledged, but the trophies are lying on the Google reviews. Go and watch, go and read them.
Personal question to Punita Khatter. How did the transition from corporate travel to elder health care, home care come about? Why did you do this?
Honestly, I had never planned. destiny has taken us on this path. But initially I was so apprehensive. I reached out to my mentor, who's on our advisory board, Dr. Professor Day, and I asked him, Doc, I'm not from this field, and I'm getting people are trying to prevail upon me to foray into this space. So don't you think it's a bad idea? He says, no, I think it's a brilliant idea, because there are many doctors and nurses. We need more Punitas in the trade. I think he hit the nail on the. I think he knew how to, So yeah, so I think that was the clinching. That was this deciding moment, that if a doctor and a person who's so distinguished and from the field of elder care, he was the head of geriatrics for the longest time. So with his support and various other people who've been part of this journey, I forayed, and I'm so very glad I did.
We definitely need more impacts. Seeing today's times, and this is what Punita Khatter is all about. One personal question to Sarthak Khanna. What are your future plans? You got into it because Punita ji pulled you into it. This is what I know. So let the world know what exactly goes into Sarthak Khanna's mind. Over to you.
So honestly, if you ask me, I was very inclined to what I was doing. That's actually happens to be our first love for both of us in different ways. But yes, when I entered into this particular industry, it was a different experience altogether. As she rightly mentioned, that this is not only a commercial business industry or a segment, but it brings you a lot of blessings as well. And that's what keeps me up high, servicing these elders. The future plan is to be in every house, as one-stop solution, with senOcare as a brand available for their parents, for their their loved ones, to be available 24/7 to whatever they need.
So adding to this, I would like to know, Punita ji, that going forward, what you would be pursuing, travel business, or would it be only elder care? Over to you.
Rashi, if you would have asked me 10 years back, I would have never answered this way, because I never felt that I could do more than one project in my life. But at every stage, you get more confidence. But surprisingly, I feel very confident that I'll be able to get both the projects without one suffering at the cost of other.
Okay, now this is a very special message that we want Punita Khatter to put it across to the whole world.
I would say a request that I would like to put out to everyone. Like we prepare and get excited when we have a child coming into our lives, and we do everything that's required to ensure that he has great growing and comfortable growing, we should equally prepare for our aging parents. We do not need to sacrifice our dreams. Our parents have worked hard that we live our dreams. So there should not be a wrong guilt, but we do need to prepare for our parents. We need to build a support system. We need to ensure the houses fall free like you do for a baby, and almost all those small things.
For the test of a civilization is the way it cares for its old members, old parents. So if you have a senior parent at home or you're living abroad, please get in touch with Team senOcare. Their details are available on the feed and on the post. And if you want your old parents who are staying alone in India to enjoy the festivities, please get in touch with Team senOcare. Thank you so much. आप दोनों का बहुत बहुत thanks किया.